I know it's a very early morning right now in Pleasantville, but you guys are all gathered here for an extremely important reason. You guys are here to honor the life of Brian and to honor the life of so many others. And you guys are here supporting mental health awareness. Now, a lot of you probably don't know who I am, so I'm going to give you a little introduction. My name's John Tesitore. I'm actually from Tesitore, New York, and I'm 28 years old. And 7 years ago, I actually lost my best friend, John. He lost his battle to OCD and depression. And I remember growing up, John was always like a brother to me. He helped me get through my darkest moments because I myself suffer from OCD, depression, and anxiety. And I remember when I was first diagnosed with OCD, I didn't really know what to do. I felt so weird. I felt like, oh no, my friends might think I'm a weirdo. Like, how am I gonna get through this? How am I gonna actually talk to people about these certain things? And I'll never forget. I remember my parents and John's parents were such good family friends. And when they actually, when John found out I had OCD, he came up to me and was like, John, like, you're gonna be good. And I was like, you have thoughts about the devil? You have these weird obsessive thoughts all the time that something bad's gonna happen? And he goes, yeah, dude, I have these all the time. Like, you're gonna be good. Like, don't worry about it. And, it started a real journey with me because as I grew up, it wasn't always easy. There were times where I felt very alone. There were times where I felt isolated in my own head. I didn't feel like I could share with my family, with my friends what was going on because, quite frankly, and I hate admitting this, but it's true, I was ashamed. And it's easy to be ashamed when you feel like you're the only one going through these things. And I guarantee you, if you look around in this auditorium right now, there's so many other people going through this with you. And there's so many other people here that are willing to fight with you and are willing to share with you that you're gonna be okay and that you're gonna fight this. And as someone who's, there have been times where I thought I was gonna give up. There have been times where I didn't think that I'd be able to get through my own demons in my head. I felt like I was so alone. I felt like I was so dark. But with the help of John, the help of my family, the help of my friends, and most importantly, in a sense, with the help of myself, I was able to push through. And I was blessed enough, actually, this past week to meet the Hollerans. I was able to go to the Pleasantville Diner. I don't know if you guys all been there. I don't know if it's a big thing in Pleasantville, but I was a big fan of the eggs and pancakes, and I'm sure you guys are all hungry right now. It's about 5 in the morning, so I'm sure you guys are going to want some eggs and pancakes too. But I had the pleasure of meeting the Hollerans, and I was blown away by not only their strength, but their incredible dedication and love for their son. And I was saying, I wish I could have met Brian, because I wish I could have shared with him just how similar we really were, and how, even though right now he didn't feel like there was a way out, there's always a way out. And there have been times where I wish I could have just grabbed him and said, man, you're gonna be okay. I promise you, get through this moment. The more you fight and the more moments that you get through, the more you realize how much power you have, and the more you realize how not alone you are, and the more you realize, the more that you share your story, and the more people that you talk to, the more people open up and want to be there for you. And that's such a special feeling. And when you guys are all here today and you're walking for Brian, remember that. Remember that, not only are you walking for him, but you're walking for so many other people who have fought this. And you're walking, you guys are all doing this together. And I know for a fact, the most important thing is that, from here on out, it's time. It's really time to speak up. It's time to not be afraid to share your story. If you're someone right now in the audience that has suffered before and is suffering from a mental health disorder, I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, I'm always here for you, and we're always here for you. And I don't want you to ever give up. I want you to realize how much you actually have to offer. I want you to realize how much better life does get. And most importantly, I want you to not be ashamed of who you are. Not be ashamed of these thoughts that are going on in your head. Not be ashamed to talk to your family. Not be ashamed to talk to your friends. And most importantly, not be afraid to be open with yourself. And if you're someone who isn't suffering right now, someone who's supporting this amazing cause and this amazing human of Brian, I really want you to take a look around and say, what can I do to be a friend? What can I do to help someone else who might be suffering? How can I make your life easier, and how can we connect at that level? Because I'll tell you one thing, I was so blown away because Pleasantville and Tesitore are such similar towns. And I know this is a tough time, but Brian is not going to die in vain. And you guys are doing an amazing thing being here right now. And now I have a special message from Brian's brother Brendan, who I had the pleasure of meeting. This guy has a heart of gold. I'm going to let him take it away here. And thank you so much for everything you guys are doing. Have an amazing walk. And remember, heroes get remembered, but legends never die. Let's get out there. Let's end this stigma. And let's help each other. Let's be there for each other. I love you all. Talk to you soon.
Hey guys, so from here on out, I'm going to try and do my best to spread some more love, help others, and openly talk about mental illness and suicide prevention. You never know what someone else is going through, so try your best to be a nice person and shed some light on this world. Life is too short.